Well, hello everyone. New year, and I am back to play some trivia, and I'm starting off against Antonio.
So I was looking really forward to this match. I'm just exhausted. I need to catch up on my sleep, but I'm still excited for this match. Eli's a great competitor.
And Antonio is a great competitor. I played against him, but I lost. That's how he got into the tournament, and I wasn't there.
I forgot that he was the one that knocked out. That's not anything against him. It's just shitty. But I'm excited to get back to singles after a while. New year. Really excited to see what this year has in store for me.
But look, I'm ready to have some fun, and I know going up against Antonio is going to be fun. So let's get done talking. Let's get starting playing.
But let's see how this goes. Eli, may the best man win.
Hello there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. We've heard that a lot so far, Nick. New year. It's the start of the season for everybody, so they come and they say New Year. My New Year's resolution I've discovered as I'm editing is that every time I start a match, I say hello, and I do this with my hands, and it's obnoxious. So I'm gonna try to keep them down here. What about you, Nick? Welcome.
I do this a lot. Maybe I'll stop.
I like that though. That's good. That's a nice one. Welcome to
keep doing it.
No, we got a good one. We got Antonio and Eli. They've played before. News to me, though I probably hosted that match.
Tim, not gonna lie, that's news to me as well. And normally that's not news to me.
That's awesome.
Normally I'm very careful not to do that, but here we are.
I'm excited. Eli looks fantastic. What's with the beard? It looks great. Antonio says that he's sleepy and has a bad memory. Probably not great for a trivia match, Antonio, to have a bad memory. But I have the utmost faith in both of them. I like both of these players. I think they're fun people. So I'm looking forward to it. What do you say, Nick?
Round number one. Round number one's going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number one?
No, just to tell Tim, this is my Jack Black era.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that is exactly what that's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick.
First question comes in the category of Pixar. Which Pixar film sees a non-verbal character burying sticks in the sand to demonstrate to another character that their family is dead?
Anna works with non-verbal characters. Is that correct?
Yes. Anna works with non-verbal characters. Yes.
Oh, man. I need a haircut in a bad kind of way.
Me too.
I know we've talked about this recently. I don't remember if it was on this show or round 4, but I'm looking rough. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Eli.
The Good Dinosaur.
And Antonio.
I saw this movie once, The Good Dinosaur.
The Good Dinosaur is correct. Terrible film. Your next question is coming in the category of American Spies. In Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, what is the name of the IMF chief who created the syndicate? It shouldn't be IMF chief. It should be the British.
MI6. MI6.
MI6.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you
about
guys a technical repeat. In Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, what is the name of the MI6 chief who created the syndicate? We both had the same reaction at the same time as the players. It was phenomenal.
I was like, that's wrong.
Yep.
MI6 sounds like a question. MI6?
MI6?
Or MI7?
4, 3,
MI8?
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
I even have a good guess, blank board.
And Eli.
I wrote Sean Harris, but that's not correct.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for Atlee. Nick, what's next?
Next question comes in the category of Galaxy Quests. Sigourney Weaver appears in how many Galaxy Quests films?
You a fan of questing?
No.
I don't know. I feel like you enjoy a good quest.
I prefer to sit on the couch, watch a film.
I mean, don't we all?
No, there are crazy people out there, Tim, who like to run and shit.
2, 1. Pens down. That would be the macaw. Let's go to Eli
6.
and Antonio.
Damn, I undershot. I said 4.
6 is correct. We were looking for the first 4 Alien films and then both of the Avatar films. So, all right, your next question coming in the category of the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the first time Harry tries to use the Monster Book of Monsters and it starts attacking him, what kind of object does he drop on the book? Words.
In front of the book. Does
What
he
is
drop
going
in front? Okay.
Maybe you're sleepy too, man.
Yeah.
5.
This is why I don't read this scene.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
A shoe.
And Eli.
I said blood.
Shoe is correct. So we're all tied up. What's next, Nick?
It comes in the category of DC. In The Batman, it is revealed that who is Selena Kyle's father? Did you finish? Actually, no, let's not talk about that.
We'll talk about it on the next question because the answer is no, but we'll talk about it. I'm working on it.
Work faster, man.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This cuts into my TV time. Let's with the macaw. Let's go to Eli
Carmine Falcone.
and Antonio.
Carmine Falcone.
Carmine Falcone is correct. 3-3. Your next question is in the category of James Bond. Which James Bond film features the Carver Media Network Group, an entertainment company that is owned by the main villain? There are typos galore in this round, Nick.
Not going to name names because ultimately it is my fault for not.
I think it was you.
I did not write this round.
Oh.
It was written by another. But again, I hold the blame as I am.
And we still appreciate them, though they have made mistakes that...
It's almost like they're from a foreign land.
Honestly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
And Eli.
Said the world is not enough.
Tomorrow Never Dies is correct. So Antonio takes the 1-point lead, 4-3. What is next, Nick?
Next question comes to the category of DreamWorks. In Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, King Julian falls in love with Sonia, who is what kind of animal?
Good question. No, we have not finished The Penguin. We're on episode 5. It is very good.
It's so good.
It is very good. Though I forgot that Selena Kyle was Falcone's daughter. Does that come up at all in the show?
Maybe you should finish.
Yes,
because like the Falcones are kind of like important and stuff in that show.
You'll find
maybe you should finish the show and you would have your question answered.
1. Pens down. Is she in the show? Let's go to Eli
I said a peacock.
and Antonio.
I guess an elephant.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for a bear. A bear. What is? No, it's me next. Your question is in the category of Fight Night. Which Fight Night character has done the following? Worked at a meatpacking plant, destroyed a pinball machine, and dressed up as Santa Claus. I've done all those things. Me.
How'd the pinball machine do
Mr.
after you broke it?
I've destroyed a pinball machine or two.
Is it doing okay now? Is it in the hospital?
It is not. It's
3,
what
2,
we would call
1.
dead.
Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
Paulie.
And Eli.
Paulie.
Paulie is correct. Nick, I have the scores 5-4. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
What's next?
Penultimate question comes in the category of YA. Who plays the professor that the Pevensey children live with in the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
That's the question that makes you go. Oh, you knew Paulie?
Oh wait, no, the one before that. Sorry.
Was she like, I had a perfect round?
She was like, I knew the last 2. I said, you knew Paulie? Oh, no, not that one. The one before. I was like, and now she just gave you the finger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yes, you did know. You knew Bear. I knew you knew that immediately. Let's go to Eli.
Jim Broadbent?
And Antonio.
Say Michael Gambon, another Harry Potter actor.
Yeah, Jim Broadbent is correct. It is all tied up 5-5. Your final question in this round is in the category of horror icons. In Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, at what kind of location does Creighton Duke first meet Jason's half-sister, Diana? Do you know any Dianas in real life?
I don't think so.
I do.
Is she dirty?
Are they like not as an insult, but are they like middle aged?
Yeah.
I feel like we don't get a lot. I feel like Diana's not like a popular name recently.
We loved that. We wanted the name Diana for our daughter, and yet we didn't because we know one. 5, 4, 3,
Wait, no one.
1. Pens down. I'll just leave it at that. Let's go to Antonio
I know there's a diner in this movie, so I just get diner.
and Eli.
I said a hospital because I didn't know.
One of you is correct. It's Antonio.
Yeah.
Diner is correct. So it is 6-5 at the end of round number 1. Nick, I have all repeats and challenges intact. Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Round number 2. I was going to.
Round number 2 is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again. But they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece. Unless you'd like to check down a multiple choice, at which point it'll only be worth 1. But be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Fight Night, YA, Law and Order, Worlds of DC, Law. Oh my God, Law and Order's on there so many times. Your categories on the wheel today are Fight Night, YA, Sci-Fi Icons, Worlds of DC, Law and Order, MCU, Criminal Underworld, and Creature Features. Take it away, Tim.
All right. Antonio, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
Yeah, well, I have some energy. I'm going to go first.
Okay, sounds good. This is going to be your spin.
Great.
Ooh, it lands on opponent's choice.
Ooh,
Eli, what would you like to select for Antonio?
what a gambit. I'm gonna give him YA.
All right, Antonio, you're getting YA. Nick, would you please go ahead and read those questions to Antonio?
Gladly. Antonio, I'll be reading your questions in the category of YA. Are you prepared for them?
Yes, sir.
Here, first question. Which YA film ends with a marriage proposal?
Twilight New Moon.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Prince Caspian, who plays Nickabrick, the dwarf?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Ken Stott, B, Eddie Izzard, C, Warwick Davis, or D, Rupert Everett?
Seems like a new play. I'm gonna guess B.
B is incorrect. Eli, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Ken Stott, B, Eddie Izzard, C, Warwick Davis, or D, Rupert Everett.
I'm going to say A.
A is unfortunately also incorrect. We're looking for C, Warwick Davis.
Damn, they always put him in everything.
Warwick Davis. All right.
It was the obvious choice.
Antonio, your third question. How long has Galley been in the Maze Runner?
I actually like these movies. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, 6 months, B, 1 year, C, 3 years, or D, 5 years?
C?
C is correct for 1 point. Right, Antonio, your penultimate question. In Insurgent, Triss and many of her allies get tagged with probes that will kill the host if they are removed. What other purpose do the probes serve?
Multiple choice. Pretty sure.
All right, is it A, location tracking, B, mind control, C, removing their eyesight, or D, creating visions in their head?
Mind control.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Antonio, your final question. In The Hunger Games Catching Fire, who revives PETA after he hits the electric wall?
Finnick.
That is correct for 2 more points.
PETA! Okay, so Antonio gets his total up to 12. Eli is still at 5. Is that correct?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, let's bring back the wheel. This
The wheel.
is for Eli, the wheel. And on sci-fi icons.
Oh, could be a gambit. It could be a gambit. I'm gonna spin again.
Okay.
I believe Eli meant gamble.
Yeah, the gamble. That was makes more sense.
That's okay.
Criminal Underworld.
Alrighty.
All right, Eli, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Criminal Underworld. Are you ready?
Sure. I don't have a choice.
That's fair. Which Criminal Underworld film features a card game where someone has a 5-of-a-kind hand?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Ocean's 8, B, John Wick Chapter 2, C, 1960s Ocean's 11, or D, John Wick Chapter 4.
C.
C is incorrect. Antonio, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, Ocean's 8, B, John Wick Chapter 2, C, Ocean's 11, 1960, or D, John Wick Chapter 4?
John Wick Chapter 4?
That is correct for a 1 point steal. All right, Eli, your second question. Who plays Virgil, a member of the team and brother of the team member Turk in Ocean's 13?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Eddie Jemison, B, Scott Kahn, C, Eddie Izzard, or D, Casey Affleck.
Oh man, it's down to 2 of those guys, and I just got it.
5.
I'm gonna say B.
B is incorrect. Antonio, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, Eddie Jemison, B, Scott Kahn, C, Eddie Izzard, or D, Casey Affleck?
D.
D, Casey Affleck is correct.
Yeah, it was a coin toss between one of them.
All right, Eli, your next question. Early into Fast 5, The heist that Vince recruits Brian and Mia for involves stealing cars that are being transported on what mode of transportation?
Is it by train?
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Ocean's 8, Daphne Kluger, the mark wearing the necklace, has what profession?
Oh. Multiple choice for safety.
All right, your options are A, actress, B, model, C, CEO, or D, comedian.
CEO.
That is incorrect. Antonio, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, actress, B, model, C, CEO, or D, comedian?
Actress?
That is correct for a 1 point steal. And your final question, Eli. 2009's Fast and Furious opens with Dom and his crew pulling a job in what country?
What country is it? Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Haiti, B, Cuba, C, Panama, or D, Dominican Republic.
Panama.
That is incorrect. Antonio, chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, Haiti, B, Cuba, C, Panama, or D, Dominican Republic?
Just going off of the music, I'm going to say Dominican Republic.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. So at the end of round number 2, Eli gets his total up to 7, but with those steals, Antonio's up to 16. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, round number 3, how's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions. They're on the Fandom Fights. Once the players hit a category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get in round number 3?
Nope.
What's the score date? One more time. Sorry.
16-7. You have
Okay.
16.
Okay. Then the first category you can bet points on is YA. Let's get bet, starting with Antonio.
0.
And Eli.
Yeah, I have to go for it.
All right, here's the sitch. If Eli hits this, we move on. If he misses, and game goes to Antonio. Your question is, name both of the Dauntless members in charge of training the new recruits in Divergent. What was that?
Fixing the camera. What was that? Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
And Eli.
Congrats, Antonio. I said 4 and Gus.
And your winner, Antonio Chavez. 4 was correct, but the other one we were looking for was not Gus, unfortunately. It was Eric.
what's it?
Jai Courtney in one of his most famous roles. Nick, thoughts on the match?
I don't know for sure if Eli would have wanted Criminal Underworld prior to the spin, but in hindsight, he kind of spun his opponent's choice in the sense that it was a bad round for him, and Antonio was able to capitalize on the steals. Before that, we had a very close game between two very good players. Antonio doing very, very well in a category assigned to him, and Eli not doing quite as well in a category he got stuck with. And that was the difference maker here today. I think if we go further in round 3 with a closer match, it could have been a toss-up, especially with some of the categories that were coming. But the way we saw it, Antonio capitalized on every single – he didn't miss a steal. And that really put the game out of reach for Eli. And thus, here we are.
Yeah, him hitting those steals will definitely add to his accuracy.
Yes, it will.
Let's get into the post-match interviews.
Eli.
Yes.
You and Nick Carley have similar beards going on right now, by the way. I think you're an amazing Fandom player. I think the comeback you had last year, the comeback in the sense that you were gone for a while, came back to a whole new game and played incredibly, made you a threat to look out for this year. Like, you got to this match because you won your. I don't think you lost last year. I think you.
No, I was 3-0 in singles.
Yeah, like you had a killer year last year, which means you're going to start to get towards that upper echelon of players who have been playing the game nonstop this whole time. And Antonio is one of those people where you guys started at the same time, but Antonio has basically taken no days off. So he has grown into an insanely good Fandom player. And I think with a different wheel spin, you've got him on his toes pretty much the whole time. So I think there was a lot shown, not only last year, but in this match today, to where people should be looking forward to your next match. But how do you think today's match went? I
think I'm disappointed in the James Bond question because I was literally going through all of Pierce Brosnan's movies, but I completely, my brain only thought of 3 of them. I couldn't pull Tomorrow Never Dies, so that was the disappointing thing for me. And for round 2, if I would have known that Criminal Underworld was going to be my second spin, I would have kept Sci-Fi Icons, because even though I'm not 100% confident in Sci-Fi Icons, I'm still more confident in that category than I am in Criminal Underworld. So if I knew Criminal Underworld was the second spin, I would have kept Sci-Fi Icons. But again, that's hindsight being 2020.
100%. Yeah, I'm sure a difference outside of either of those two, and we have a completely different match here. But Eli, yeah, like I said, you were on fire last year. I don't think this means you are not on fire anymore. I think it means you lost to a very good player. Who do you want to play next to try and get that streak started back up again?
Well, I don't know 100% yet. I just know that I want to be able to try to do the thing I've always wanted to do, and I've never had the opportunity to do, which is win the Fandom singles title. Like, that's something I've always wanted to do. I've challenged for it once, and that was when Robert Parker was at the top of the game, and I just want to be able to get back to that. I want to be able to, if I have the opportunity, go back into the Summer Series tournament and try to get further than what I did at my last best run, which is I want to get beyond the semifinals. I want to be able to win the Summer Series tournament. And Tim knocked me out of that tournament at the semifinals, so I want to be able to actually win the tournament this year.
All right, man. I like that. Some people are just like, yeah, I want to, have fun in my next match. But I like that, and I think you're the guy to do it. So
I mean, I still want to have fun. I don't want to take it too seriously, because the last time I did take playing in trivia too seriously, I think it affected my mental health because I thought I wasn't good enough. So that's why this run has been a little bit more calm. But I still want to be able to get to a title and win the Summer Series, and that those are goals that I haven't been able to accomplish that I want to accomplish.
I appreciate it. I more meant that you had goals established in general.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good for sure. But Eli, I think you're absolutely capable of it, especially if you play the way you did in round 1 today and the way you played all last year. So we look forward to seeing you back. Congratulations on a great match. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Antonio, keeping the winning train going. Let me just, I think that's like 3 in a row for you, if I'm not mistaken. You also had a killer year last year. And you get to continue that year because this was a pretty dominant win. Again, it's all in the wheel spin, but you can't say it wasn't not in your favor because you spun opponent's choice and we're getting something that I don't know that you're the biggest fan of. You might like the category, but I don't know that you're the biggest fan of those films. But at the end of the day, you killed it, and you would not have ended the match as early as you did if you didn't capitalize on every single steal. So ultimately, you played the better game today. You deserved the win, and you got it. How do you feel?
Well, it feels really good. I don't think I've ever won a match where I had opponent's choice. If I did, it's probably a million years ago. But it feels really good, especially to be near the point of exhaustion and still winning the match with opponent's choice.
Yeah.
It's getting there. But yeah, some movies also brighten me up. The only thing I felt bad about was forgetting about the fact that the Avatar movies are now included. So that's why I'm like, oh, okay, I forgot about that. But otherwise, it felt really good to get some steals with Criminal Underworld and just not let the game get too deep, because I knew, Eli makes a run, you never know what could happen. But I was glad to keep it to just one question. And yeah, he's a tough competitor, and I'm glad to start off the year on a good note.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Antonio, you'll be moving. This match is in Act 1. You'll be moving on to play again in Act 2. In the hunt for the title, and I don't want to psych you out or jinx you at all. This might be your best shot thus far in your career to make it to the big stage. But in order to do that, you're going to have to win your next match, which will be against a winner from last week, Igor Kosmin. Good player on a team that challenged for the belts last year. I think you can rival him. I think he could rival you. I think that match should go either way. But thoughts on playing Igor?
Igor, I feel like I haven't seen too much of him, but what I have seen has been very scary. So I'm like, you know me, I never take anyone lightly. So it's going to be something that I really prepared for. I'm always like, I think you know me from last year. I was really trying to get into things, and this year's no different, except even maybe more into things when I get some more sleep. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to do like a run like my Knicks, where it's like, yeah, we have the pieces we have to do like a deep run. I feel like I can do a deep run this year, and I hope that it's also a matter of luck too. So I got to be lucky. I got to work my ass off. So I'm looking forward to it. Igor's going to be a good test.
Sweet deal. Sounds like a plan. Antonio, congratulations on the win today. We'll see you real soon.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Excellent match. Thank you to Eli and Antonio. Thank you to Nick for writing. I have been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match. But until then, have a great night. See you.